the city council to order. Roll call, please.
Councilman Boyer,
Here.
Councilman Collier,
Here.
Councilwoman Templeton, Councilman Weiner,
Here.
Councilman Dennis,
Here.
Councilman Benz,
Here.
Councilman Cook,
Oh,
Councilman Tenen.
Here.
We do have a forum. Gentlemen, if you would please remove your hats. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I will entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda. Tonight's bills total $734,329.97.
So moved. Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Roll call, please.
Councilman Cook,
Yep.
Councilman Tenen,
Yes.
Councilman Benz,
Yes.
Councilman Dennis,
Yes.
Councilman Weiner,
Yes.
Councilman Boyer,
Yes.
Councilman Collier.
Yes.
Motion passes. Remarks of visitors.
Tonight, we have two people on the agenda. The first is Charlotte Pippin.
My name is Charlotte Pippin. I've been a resident of Festus for 9 years. I have a mom who does coding, a dad who is a police officer, a sister that does volleyball, and a brother that does basketball. I love doing fun stuff with my family, but there's not many places in Festus to do that for kids. My ideas are a themed park. I would like a pirate ship, and in that pirate ship, I would like slides, a merry-go-round, stuff to climb on, tunnel, and a fort, and some ropes. And I'd also like a splash pad. I would like a bucket that goes over your head, some water, and water that sprouts. And I would also like some slides and tunnels and stuff to climb on. If the city is worried about the cost, offer sponsor plaques. People can buy equipment and put their names on things so they can be remembered. If the city does not, these parks would bring in visitors and energize the community. The city could also make money from pavilion and rentals. If the city is worried about the cost, offer sponsor plaques. People can buy equipment and put their names on things so they can be remembered. If the city does not want to do that, invite businesses to the area like Sky Zone, a trampoline place, Slick City, a slide place, and Monkey Joe's, a jumping place. I want Festus to be a place where people want to come and have fun. Any questions?
What inspired you to come here and speak before us? So you came down to our store the other day, right?
Yeah.
And you were really excited about coming in here tonight?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I think you did just a really good job of presenting it really well. So it's really obvious why you came in here, because you want kids to be able to have things to do.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Uh-huh.
And we will take that into consideration because we would like to have some of that ourselves.
I have a question for you, Miss Charlotte. You
Okay.
presented some very good ideas. So for the splash pad or the bucket full of water you mentioned, where would you like to see this at?
Joker's Park is a good place because it has a big open field and lots of places for a park and a splash pad.
Well, thank you for answering, Mayor. Sounds like we found a chairman for the splash pad, doesn't it?
Does anyone else have any comments or any questions?
Thank you for your time. Bye.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Thank you.
Yes.
Also, on the remarks of visitors, Barry Vandiver. Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to beat that one. My name is Barry Vandiver. I'm here representing Twin City Jeeps. As most of you know, we did a event last year in July called Burgers for Badges, where we fed first responders for free and also used it as a platform to raise money for our backstoppers. We ended up raising almost $5,000 for backstoppers through donations, all from the community and local businesses, and some giveaways and things that we did that day. We'd like permission to do this again this year. We're looking to possibly expand a little bit, so we would want to try and use the library parking lot. Last year we did it behind Main and Mill, and their parking lot is a little bit smaller. We still have their support, and they're going to help us out with this event like they did last year. And but we'd like to use the library parking lot and have the event on June 17th.
Barry, can I put you on the spot? You don't have to answer since I'm putting you on the spot.
Certainly.
If I donate, can we include the Public Works Department and most of the city employees as well? If I would make a donation to cover the cost for you guys?
Absolutely. Yes. I said, I think last year we fed about 100 first responders, and we had probably close to 300 people that came through that day. So I said, we'd like to make a lot more money for backstoppers, and just to get the word out and get more first responders in there and let them know that we appreciate them, and get more community involvement this year if we can.
Do you have a flyer for this?
We do not have one yet. We wanted to make sure that we had a date set. So if we are allowed to do it on the 17th, we'll get some flyers made and start distributing them through the community. And we had people coming up and down Main Street, going to almost every business and distributing flyers that way and asking for support.
Okay. If you could email me one. I think you can probably Councilman Weiner at cityofestus.org, I think is what it is. But, and then if you put your contact information in there with it also, maybe in a PDF form.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
What time Saturday would you be doing it?
Last year, I believe we ran from 11 to 3 o'clock. So in that same time frame, we'd probably start setting up around 9 or 10 in the morning and be done and out of there by 4.
Would that take, with the library being open on Saturday mornings, would that be a problem?
We've had the food trucks, when we do the food truck Mondays, we've had them there during regular operating hours for the library, and they're usually stacked towards the front and don't interfere with parking for the patrons.
Okay, good.
We can keep an area reserved. You know, I don't know how many people coming in and out of the library.
Oh, I know it's for a good cause. I just want to make sure, I know because a lot of people do use the library on Saturdays, so.
Yes, sir.
Is there any other discussion?
How are you? Last question, sir. How are you on help? Or did you find yourself adequately staffed last year, or were you understaffed?
Yeah, we had a lot of volunteers. I think we had probably 20 to 30 people that volunteered from our Jeep club and some other surrounding areas.
So adequate amount?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any other discussion? At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve his request, Barry's request for June 17th.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Hearing none, motion carries. Barry, have your event.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Moving right along, we get to the bids. We have a bid for 406 West Main for foundation repairs. Staff report, please.
Yes, sir. Mayor, City Council, you'll find in your packets, we did put the work for the repairs of the foundation at 406 West Main, which is to the west of the library, out for an RFP. We did receive 2 responses, one from Woods Basement Systems, the other from a company called Quality Waterproofing. Both those bids are included in your packets. If you recall, you set a budget of $40,000 for the project. Woods Basement System was the low bid at $34,891.47. Both did come and inspect the repairs needed. They both offer a 5-year warranty for the work performed. The recommendation here is to approve the proposal from Woods Basement Systems.
Discussion.
Mr. Mayor, I have a question. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I got a question. According to the one bid, it said it'd go down 22 feet and then anything over that would be extra. Is there anything that we can foresee that it could go quite a bit more than the 22 feet, and how much extra? I know it was like 23 something per foot.
Yeah,
After that,
we don't anticipate. There is what we suspect is there is some fill, certainly that structure of the library were constructed on. Woods Basement Systems did not anticipate that it would take anything over 22 feet. Quality Waterproofing was the one that basically said if you get over 22 feet, that's where the extra amount would come in.
Hey, Jim or Greg, I'm down to my level. I'm still concerned, and Jim, help me out, because that wall's has dropped it's been that way for a while now. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? So here's my concern, Jim or Greg. If that wall has dropped like that, common sense tells me it's putting pressure on the rest of the perimeter of the building. So I'm still a little hung up on not having an engineer look at this and engineer it. And I know you can over engineer things. I know you can. Help me overcome my concern there, because we're under bid. We still have some money left. In my mind, I still think it's best we have an engineer to say, let's look at this, because my fear is, if this is correct, Jim, we fix the backside. What prevents another side from doing that, from the pressure for so long of that back wall?
First, you're fixing 2 sides. Okay, which is the extension of the wall there on the west side, and then of course everything on the south side of the building. You could, I don't know if we could get a civil engineer to come in and take a look at it for $5,000. We certainly could. I have faith and confidence in both these companies who do this for a living. What they saw as far as the damage that has occurred, the settling, the 3.5 inches or so that has occurred, it was fairly common and something they deal with on a regular basis. Between that and the fact that we are receiving a 5-year warranty, that if there is any deviation, if the wall continues to settle, that would be something they would have to come back and rectify. Jim, I know you spend a lot of time in the construction business, so.
So Greg, are they gonna, they're gonna dig down for piers or screw piers in the ground?
Piers.
And then they're gonna jack the foundation back up to where it was originally, right?
Yeah, they put that, and then there's a settling compound that goes under, that's pumped in beneath the floor to support the floor. So that you're putting piers around the perimeter at the wall, and then you're putting this compound underneath the floor. So you're actually supporting the back of the building in 2 spaces or 2 places, which is the walls and then underneath the floor at the same time.
And Mike, the way I see it is, years ago, when they built a building, they should have drilled down and hit solid ground to begin with, or dug the footings down. And so basically they're just going to do that now. So I don't really see, both companies, I've used both of them, and I don't have a problem with either one of them. I'm really shocked that Woods came in cheaper than Quality, but I know they both do good work. And so they're probably going to fix it the same exact way. And I don't think there's a need for an engineer.
No concerns on that.
No, because how old is that building? Like 60 years old.
Yeah, it was built in the probably mid-50s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say all the settling is gonna, I'm sure it's already occurred. And so that's gonna actually strengthen the rest of the building up anyhow. So I'd be fine with it.
Thank you both.
Is there any, excuse me, is there any other discussion? Hearing none. I'll entertain a motion to approve the bid of $34,891.47 from Woods Basement Systems.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Roll call, please.
Councilman Boyer,
Yes.
Councilman Collier,
Yes.
Councilman Weiner,
Yes.
Councilman Dennis,
Yes.
Councilman Benz,
Yes.
Councilman Cook,
Yes.
Councilman Tenen.
Yes.
Motion passes. Contact Woods and let's get started. Tonight on the agenda, we have bill number 4716. Would the clerk please read this bill for the first time?
Bill number 4716, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Festus, Missouri, authorizing the city administrator to enter into and execute a proposal for services, structural assessment of the Festus Red Barn with Bond Architects Incorporated, incorporating said proposal as part of this ordinance and establishing an effective date.
Bill 4716 is now open for discussion. Can I have a staff report, please?
Certainly, Mayor, City Council, as you know, for some time now, we put out an RFP or an RFQ, I should say, request for qualifications. Received 3 responses from 3 architectural firms. Had a chance to rate those firms, interviewed 2 of those firms, and ultimately settled on Bond Architects that really kind of brought the whole package to what we're considering doing to the Red Barn. If you recall, we broke this into 2 different pieces, which was an assessment phase, and then would move into any of the refurbishment, which is a separate budget item. So there was $15,000 set aside for this portion of the project. What you have here is a proposal from Bond for $11,000. Just lost it. Hang on. $11,600. And you can see the scope of work that they're wanting to do as part of this project. So this will finally get things rolling on the Red Barn project. Happy to answer any questions.
Hearing none. Madam Clerk, oh, I'm sorry. There's no other further discussion? I'll entertain a motion to suspend the rules and read Bill 4716 for the second time.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Hearing none, motion carries. Madam Clerk, would you please read Bill 4716 for the second time?
Bill number 4716, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Festus, Missouri, authorizing the city administrator to enter into and execute a proposal for services, structural assessment of the Festus Red Barn with Bond Architects Incorporated, incorporating said proposal as part of this ordinance and establishing an effective date. Councilman Tenen,
Yes.
Councilman Cook,
Yep.
Councilman Benz,
Yes.
Councilman Dennis,
Yes.
Councilman Boyer,
Yes.
Councilman Collier.
Yes.
Bill 47.
Councilman Weiner.
Yes.
Bill 4716 has passed. New business.
Have a request from Streetside Whimsy, Julie Fortner. She couldn't be in attendance tonight. They've done this before. They would like on May 20th, from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. to close Bering Street and the parking lot just behind of their business. for a special event they're having, shopping event.
Either chief, any objections?
Any discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the request by Streetside Whimsy for an event May 20th.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Hearing none, motion carries. Twin City Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, that's you.
That's you again.
I don't know, you guys want to have Twin City Days or not?
This is a request for Twin City Days, so.
Josh? Doug? No.
I'll make the motion to have days.
Second. Motion's been made and seconded to have Twin City Days. What are those dates?
This is for Saturday, September 9th, closing Main Street from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion. We have it.
Second it.
Okay. And seconded, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Hearing none, motion carries. Let's have Twin City Days.
Jump right in and go.
Old business.
We have none, sir.
Okay. Councilman Boyer,
I have nothing new, sir.
thank you. Councilman Weiner,
Nothing, sir.
thank you. Councilman Dennis,
Nothing, sir.
thank you. Councilman Cook,
Yes, sir. Charlotte, great job. Your name plaque's up here. If you want to grab that. And Greg and Stephanie, if we can get creative on a splash pad, I would probably give up my air conditioned bathrooms. That's how much Charlotte made an influence on me tonight. So
We gotta make it happen.
she made a great influence, and Brian even said something to me about he'd go along with not having air conditioned restrooms at West City Park, or excuse me, Kreitz Park as well. So Charlotte did a great job and you made a great influence. Mr. Mayor, that's all I have. Thank you, sir.
all right, thank you. Councilman Collier,
I have nothing at this time, sir.
thank you. Councilman Vins,
Nothing at this time, sir.
Councilman Tenon,
I have nothing as well, sir.
Councilman Dennis,
Nothing again, sir.
okay,
Thanks for checking though.
wow. Well, I guess I just might as well. I have nothing either.
Right.
So with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I think you beat it, Mike.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Hearing none, motion carries. This meeting is adjourned.